Boom.
Week 5 is here already. Let's get ready for that millionaire slate. I'm joined, as always, by Nick Johnson of Daily Fantasy Insider. Big play, Coach Jay. What's going on, boss?
Football, man. It's all about football right now.
You okay
Yeah.
with the millie this week? You need a good millie? You use a millie in your
Yeah.
life?
Wait, what week is this?
Week
Is today
5.
Oh yeah, I'll take a million. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Question 1 is most passing yards, NFC North rivalry, Matthew Stafford or Aaron Rodgers. What do you like here?
This one's easy for me. Matthew Stafford has historically just shredded the Packers. I mean, shredded. And he's got tons of weapons. Aaron Rodgers has
None of the
nuns
weapons.
of
Yeah.
weapons. So this one's easy. I'm going Stafford.
Yeah, tons over nuns. We like Stafford. We can dunk and move on. Most rushing yards is our second question, and it is Kareem Hunt, Saquon Barkley, Carlos Hyde, or Kerryon Johnson. You feeling D-bet here? Hey, we talked about this. Kerryon Johnson getting much less carries in his second week. 9 carries. Give you boys some credit.
Yeah, we nailed that.
The most
carry
Lions
on.
of Lions things.
Yeah, hashtag free carry on.
Sure.
LeGarrette Blunt's garbage.
Ugh.
No, I don't like carry on until the Lions coaches figure out that he's the best one on the team. Hyde is going up against a stout Ravens defense. Not high on him. Saquon Barkley, they just cannot move the ball right now.
Exactly. It hurts.
So I'm not high on their run game. So I'm going to go with Kareem Hunt in a tough matchup, but in a matchup where I know the Chiefs are going to be advancing the football with first downs.
Yeah, I like Kareem Hunt on workload and matchup. I think the matchups are really tough in this question, and if the matchups aren't tough, it's Kerryon Johnson, the biggest question in the workload. Like, he's probably got the best matchup of the 4 with the worst ceiling for touches. So I'm also going to go Kareem Hunt, explosive and also involved in the offense. Question 3, most receiving yards. We've got Golden Tate, Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham, and Kenny Golladay working his way on the D-bet. 2 Lions receivers in the question. Any of them catch your eye, Nick?
Well, the 2 Lions receivers should tell you something about Matt Stafford this week.
Hey,
So,
come on.
taking it back to question 1, it's another reason to love Stafford. I am super high on Golden Tate this week. He gets Jair Alexander, who has not been very good this year. Tate has massive target share right now. And I'm actually very high on Juju Smith-Schuster and not Antonio Brown. So I'm going to go Tate on this question right here for receiving yards.
That's interesting. I like Antonio Brown. I like the media force feed narrative. And I don't think Antonio Brown's yardage numbers have been bad. They just haven't been number 1 receiver in the NFL good. So I like a bounce back for AB, but I completely understand why Golden Tate's your pick. Most receptions, question 4. Davante Adams is the A-bet. You got to watch his injury status. We've also got Manny Sanders, Dede Westbrook, and Tyreek Hill rounding out the group. Tyreek Hill talking a little smack with Jalen Ramsey this week. You going to take him?
Yeah, I love Jalen Ramsey's trolling of Tyreek Hill.
Beautiful.
No, I can't take him, even though he's my hometown guy. He's my team. I don't really know what to think here with Davante Adams because Cobb is out. The rest of their unit is banged up, but Davante Adams is also banged up. So he may be, having trouble getting separation this week. I wasn't very high on him before, but the volume there with Cobb out might have swayed me. I do think I'm going to go with Emmanuel Sanders here. He's shown to be like the guy for this Broncos offense, and they're force feeding him the ball in every way they can with jet sweeps and screens and short routes and deep routes. They're doing everything they can to get Sanders the ball.
Yeah, that counts as a reception, those jet sweeps. We've been learning that. Davante Adams' calf injury plus the Darius Slay matchup is a complete no-go for me. I like Dede Westbrook here. Kansas City secondary has been not very good, and the Jaguars have been looking for that number 1 receiver, and Dede Westbrook has been the number 1 targeted receiver in that offense. No Leonard Fournette. They're going to have to take to the air. Could be a high-scoring game, and I like Dede Westbrook to show out against a weak defense.
The Chiefs secondary is muy malo.
Yeah, it's like Swiss cheese. Did you know that the holes in Swiss cheese are called eyes?
I did not know that.
Cheese have eyes.
They ought to call them Chiefs.
Swiss Chiefs. Oh, that's what we're going to call them now. The Swiss Chiefs.
Cheese.
The Swiss
Yeah.
Chiefs, because their defense
That's
has so many
amazing.
holes in it. Question 5, most total touchdowns is always a tough one, but we like our matchups here. AJ Green, Calvin Ridley, Sterling Shepard, and Travis Kelce. This could be 3 weeks of Calvin Ridley. He'll never do that again. So are you on the never do that again Calvin Ridley train?
Yeah, I'm team regression for
Okay,
Calvin
yeah.
Ridley. I just don't see how he can possibly maintain this pace. And I know we've been saying that about Mahomes. He kind of came back down last week, but I think this
Yeah.
is the week where Ridley levels out a little bit. Despite it's a good matchup, I just think they're going to spread it around a little bit more. I'm actually on AJ Green in this one. He's just a touchdown machine. He doesn't get high volume, but he finds his way into the end zone. The Bengals are red hot right now, so I
Yes.
do like AJ Green, even though he will get Xavier Howard this week.
Yeah, I love the Bengals in that game. I like Xavier Howard, so I'm not sure that that's where I'm going to go. But you know, it's funny. The Patriots kind of picked on Xavier Howard a little bit. They were kind of going at him and really testing his ability as a pro corner. So I'm going to go with you on AJ Green because I like the red zone volume. I like that they look for him down when it counts. He's not the number one targeted receiver when Dalton's under pressure, but when Dalton needs a big play, that's his guy. And also the Tyler Boyd steam is going to take some heat off of him.
There is not an offensive coordinator in the NFL that is better at never running the football inside of the 5 than Bill Lazor.
Yeah.
You watch the Bengals, they get it inside the 5. It's like, oh, they'll just run this in for a touchdown here. Nope, passes it 3 times in a row.
And that's with Joe Mixon off the injury report.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Bengals, great matchup this week. Question 6, most passing touchdowns. We got some of the biggest names here. It's Matt Ryan, Big Ben Roethlisberger. Those two are going head-to-head. We also got Andy Dalton and Patrick Mahomes. Nick, we posted a list of Mahomes nicknames on our Twitter earlier in the week. Did you catch that? Did you have a favorite?
I didn't have a favorite, but some of them were like so bad that I was like rolling laughing at how uniquely terrible they were. But all of them were better than Showtime. So
better Mahomes and Gardens. That's my favorite. Do you got Mahomes for this question? Are you taking better Mahomes and Gardens for this question? Or are you taking Sherlock Mahomes?
Sherlock Mahomes.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going with Mahomes here. I like either one of the quarterbacks in the Atlanta-Pittsburgh game, but I'm higher on Roethlisberger because I think Atlanta will try to get their ground game going a little bit now that Freeman's back and Coleman's been playing well, whereas Pittsburgh just has James Conner, who is government secret, not good at football.
Whoa!
So I don't think they're going to be running it very much. I think they're going to be chucking and ducking this whole game.
Oh my gosh, I'm going the opposite way. I think the Matt Ryan red zone narrative is dead. Sarkisian's done an absolute great job of scheming the Falcons for red zone touchdowns. They've been on fire in that aspect, but on defense, they're missing another key player. That's Grady Jarrett, space eater in the middle, and they are worse on both fronts, rushing and passing, without him in the lineup. We also have more media narrative about wanting to feed James Conner the football. You know, the Steelers, they're not very creative. They're not going to hide anything. They want to give Antonio Brown the ball, and they want to run the football more. So with one big body out of the middle, I think that James Conner can steal that workload, especially in the red zone. Give me Matt Ryan when it's close. Give me Matt Ryan to keep hot. I think he's QB1 right now. He should stay there.
Yeah, he's been amazing, and Sarkisian has been really good outside of week 1, where I bashed him like no other.
Yeah, I apologize to Matt for all the stuff I said Friday after the opening game because I was ready to call him washed.
Yeah.
2 questions left between you and $1 million, but now it's going to get tough. We need exact receiving yards. The first one is Juju Smith-Schuster, who you are very high on this week, Nick.
Very, very high on Juju this week. Going up against Trufant in the slot. Trufant was not very good in the slot last week. He's an aging corner. He's great on the edge, but he's not going to get it done on the interior. Juju is tremendous after the catch, which is where Atlanta really, really struggles. Yeah. So I actually like Juju for about 170. I'm going very high.
So many yards. That would make him the number one wide receiver of the week.
Yeah, it's Juju week.
Oh my goodness. I am not going to go 170. That is a lot of yards. I'm going to go with 97. I'm a little bit bigger of a believer in Trufant, and I do think Antonio Brown is going to get his work. That game, I don't see that game being an 80-point affair. I think that both teams take it a little personal, and we dial it a little bit back on the scoring. So give me a modest afternoon. I do think Juju scores, but I don't see him topping 100 yards. And now you and I, we're going to war here.
Yeah, we're very different on this one, and that's okay.
The final question is in the same game. It's Julio Jones. Thank goodness we're not picking touchdowns for him. We're picking exact receiving yards, something he's been very good at. So what do you got here, Nick? Final question stands between you and Emily.
Julio is also very good after the catch.
Yeah.
And Pittsburgh is also bad at yards after the catch.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a repeat of the Juju thing. I don't think Julio's going to go quite as high because they have a little bit more target spread for the Falcons.
Yep.
I like Julio for about 130 in this one. Lots of fireworks.
Same range. Yeah. Fireworks all over the field. Doesn't catch a touchdown because he never catches a touchdown, but he still finishes with like 8 for 122. That's where I'm going to go, 122. And he's going to have a nice game. It's funny because I'm saying it's not going to be high scoring, but everyone who's involved has 100 yards and a touchdown. So really, Rick, what are we doing here? That's it for week 5 early slate. How do you feel about your pick, Stick?
I will fully expect $1 million in my account.
Well, Nick, the great thing about that is even if you don't hit the million on the early slate, we have the late slate, we have the night slate, and we have single game contests for every game at Boom. So what are you doing not playing?
You'd be crazy not to, man. Keep racking up millions.
Wrap this up. Check out our pick summary, and we'll see you for Monday Night Football.